All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Susan LaBelle. We have an exciting day for you. So many stories to share from an incredible 2015. I just want to start by introducing myself. I'm Susan LaBelle. I'm a certified health coach. And I was actually introduced to this program a little over 6 years ago. The picture that was the girl on the left that you see. I was able to, really increase my health in really 10 weeks. And what I thought to be health was really the way I looked physically. But really what's transformed over the last 6 years is so much on the healthy mind, on the healthy finances part, just really seeing health so much more all encompassing than that. So this is me today on the right hand side, just consistently working towards improving my health. But why I chose that path 6 years ago is because of this real core group of people. There's more people in my life that I wanted to inspire and assist to, but essentially I wanted to be a good role model to my kids. They were 1 and 3 at the time. And I saw myself going down a path where I was exhausted. I was tired all the time, needing to take naps. And I was actually raised in a family where my parents were overweight and obese, and we weren't able to do things just like, this is us golfing, or, we didn't ski, or we didn't bike ride, and really we didn't even swim together. And I wanted something different for my kids. But also I always wanted to be a mom of a woman of influence, but a mom that showed that my kids were important, but that I could inspire and assist people. And I desired to have meaning and purpose in my life. I went to school to be in healthcare. I ended up as a dental hygienist, which I loved because I loved the people, but I was kind of bored. And it also took me away from those that mattered most to me. So this has just been a really fun ride for me to, first take care of myself, yes, but to just have that kind of spread out and cause this ripple effect. So the stories that we're going to be sharing today are people that have, I said yes 6 years ago. And really today's theme, if you will, are people that chose health just in these last 4 or 5 months over the holiday season. That's pretty inspiring, right? Because what we did this holiday season was pretty incredible. We pulled together just a group of people that wanted to make an impact in their health and just take those next steps. And we had really fun, like a lot of fun doing this Thriving Through the Holidays challenge. You can't see all the words, but it's so inspiring if you could reach each individual story. And we had so many lives transformed that's why we're excited to just start sharing some of those stories to really show you maybe what's possible for yourself, and really what we have in store this next season to bring a lot more people, along with us. So today I'm excited for you guys first to meet Colleen. I really just had the opportunity to meet her in the last couple days and hear her story. And I was like, wow, I'm so excited to share that with more people. She's a mom of these 2 cute little kiddos. And just over the holidays, she chose health and lost 25 pounds through our Thriving Through the Holidays challenge. So Colleen, you want to go ahead and come off mute and just share with people what's changed in your health just over these last few weeks.
Sure. Thanks, Susan. I'm really excited to share. So as Susan said, my story is similar to Susan's in that my pursuit was more focused on my family. I've always been, as an adult, I've always been a plus size woman, and I've embraced that. I was a plus size model. I have no problems with the size of it, but I noted, when I was pregnant with my kids, I was definitely considered obese, but happy and healthy and felt good, and gained about 15 pounds with each of my kids. And then after the kids were born, I had lost 15 pounds. So I felt good about that. But as my kids got a little bit older, I started putting on a little bit more weight, and I noticed that how I felt really started to go on the decline, and I didn't feel as confident and happy and sexy and attractive and all the things that kind of make you put a smile on your face. And so that was something that I really wanted to change. And this year I turned 40. And so a few weeks before, within the months leading up to my 40th birthday, I started thinking about how I felt and, where I wanted to see myself, when I retired, and the things that I would like to do. My parents are retired and they travel a ton and they do these amazing things. They go to the Caribbean and they see like all these beautiful trips, and they're very active. And that's kind of the life that I would like to have. But I had started to feel that I wasn't going to be able to do those things. And so I decided that really, a couple months before my 40th birthday, I really needed to step up and make a change. And I had started, a fasting program, and I had a cleansing program, and I noticed that I didn't feel good. It wasn't. I would see a dramatic weight loss, but I didn't feel good. And it wasn't really more focused on the weight. For me, it was about feeling good. And my husband actually encouraged me to connect with a friend who had put something on Facebook about a bunch of weight that she had lost. And I'm very, very thankful for Kimberly to introduce me to this program, because I started probably 2 weeks before my 40th birthday. And since then I've lost 26 pounds as of today. And there were a couple of days that, in the beginning were a little rocky, but I have felt wonderful. And I've had people ask me what I'm doing, and they say, "You're glowing. You just seem so happy and positive." And, particularly through the holidays and a benchmark birthday, that can be, it can be a little bit of a challenge. And so it's just been a real blessing to feel good and to see the numbers go down on the scale, and to have people happy with me and have positive interactions with my family, and my kids say, I'm not hangry ever. I have a good attitude, and I try to focus my energies and be mindful about my family and the people that I'm around. So it's really been an amazing experience, and something I look forward to continuing for a long time to come.
Yeah, awesome. I love that you gave a shout out to your coach, because the support that we offer is I know always a critical piece. And one of the words you used when we connected the other day was the word longevity as a goal of yours. And I love that. I love that word about really optimizing our health long term. And you were involved with our just being involved a short time into our our whole network and community of support. What do you feel is kind of one of the core habits of health that's really really impacted or changed things for you to help you start this process of creating health in your life?
I think being mindful before making the decision, like thinking about, if I'm starving, or if I'm surrounded by people that are picking out on chips or, junk food, just looking at the food and thinking, how will I feel after I eat this? Will this satisfy me? And just taking a minute to think about, would I rather just have something to fill my stomach? Do I just want to grab a bar? Do I want to have some more water? Do I just need a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? Yeah. And will that make me feel better? And that has been, it's a small change, but it's so profound, because it, and if I do decide that one thing that everybody's junking out on is really what I want to make, the decision that I want to make, I make that decision. And I'm happy that I've considered it and weighed my options, and I understand and recognize the consequences. So it's not like, I don't feel that it's a failure. I feel like it's still a success.
I love that. That's so, like you said, small, but so profound. Yeah. And And the healthy mind is such a critical piece of what we really want to assist people with. So I love that you found that so early on in your journey, just about making more optimal choices than not. So congratulations, Colleen, and thank you so much for sharing. And I'm just so excited for what this year is going to bring for you.
Me too. Thanks.
You bet. Next, I have another gosh, I loved getting to know Robin. She's also out, I think Colleen's out in Maryland. Robin, you're out, I know, in Baltimore. And it's been so fun just hearing and watching your journey, and just same thing, a lot of ahas really coming in through. You were very interactive in our last Thriving Through the Holiday game. So Robin, I would love for you to come on and share with people just your experience and kind of what's changed for you over just these last few weeks.
Thank you so much, Susan. And Colleen, I loved hearing your story, and I just started laughing because 40 is coming for me this year, 2016. So I started thinking about 40 coming at 35. I have two girls. They're now 5 and 8. And I just thought, I am their model, and I want to be here for everything. I want to be here for their weddings. I want to see my grandchildren. If I can, I'll be, just some crazy little old lady sitting there with my great grandchildren if I can be there. So I've been trying.
Oh shoot, Robin, you froze. So I don't know. I think she frozen for everybody else? Or is it me?
Yeah, Susan, she's frozen.
Okay. Oh shoot, her story's so good.
I know, she stopped right at the most important part.
I know, you could just tell she's just about to it's gonna explode out of her. Okay, hopefully we'll get her back here in a second because and I love that, the ladies that I've just chosen to highlight this go around were in a similar stage of life. But gosh, I could have picked people from all different stages of life because we all want something different. So I love that. Robin, I will bring you back on towards the end of the call when she pops in. But let me just kind of share what I hope you've even heard from Colleen, and the little bit we got to hear from Robin, and even from myself, is that we all have a pretty clear why we want to choose health. And I think that that's something that really is stand alone and stand apart with our comprehensive approach, is just really asking people what they want and why they want to choose health. Because as we really connect to that and we're awakened to what we really want in our health, the what and the how become pretty easy. So it's just like Colleen mentioned, when we're really connected to why we want to choose health, we are able to make choices that support what we truly, truly want. So really, we're excited for all of you that are on the call. And I want to ask, what about you? What does your 2016 look like? What are your goals? Health is very different for everybody. For some, maybe it is the physical approach, but for many, it is about the healthy mind, or it's about a healthy community, or it is about longevity. Like I say, it looks different for everybody. So really, where do you want to be this year? And I'm excited to share a little bit about what we offer and see if it may be a fit for you into supporting you and towards what you want. So we have a great health plan. And yes, it does include weight loss. But for many, it's really about that, optimizing their health at any age. So reaching a healthy weight is really only the second phase of our 6-phase approach to creating health in people's lives. And so we do, if that's a fit for you, I'll be sharing kind of this time of year as we enter the season. I feel like everyone wants to make that part of their health goal is kind of slimming and trimming down. So I will be sharing kind of how we do that. But I really want to, also share that there's so much more what we offer, and that at any phase or at any part of your health that we are just really about helping you take those next steps. So really, we're about helping people create optimal health. And our approach is, it's not just about, there's never just one piece. You can't just tackle one thing at a time. It's not just exercise. It's not just what you eat. It's really a comprehensive. So we like to focus on the healthy mind, helping people rewire their brain, and really pick up where most diets, if you will, leave off. Okay. And then we're about coaching and accountability. And then we've got amazing nutritional plans that will fit for really any goal in any lifestyle. So just like the 3 legs of health, we have 3 legs of support. We have the educational side of things. We've got the support of an individualized health coach and a very simplified, structured eating program if you choose to help you reach your goals. So let me speak to those real quick. First is the support. Colleen kind of gave a plug to her coach. I know if Robin had a few more minutes, she would have done the exact same. Her health coach, Jessica Elder, I know has been an amazing support to her, is having that one-on-one ally on your journey. We want to celebrate and guide clients to what they desire. So there is no one size fits all, okay, in this. And it's nice to have that person to be able to reach out to you when you have questions or to help navigate any situations that may be coming up. And then we've got the support through community. Hi, honey. Can you? I'm so sorry. Shane? Sorry. We've got our supportive community through, we've got calls like this, right, that offer people we've got calls, doctors calls, nurses calls. Some people have more medical concerns, and we have dietitians and nutritionists, because we aren't necessarily medical professionals, but we have access to that to be able to provide that for you. And honestly, I think one of our best support communities is our Thriving Through the Health Games that we offered, and I'll be kind of sharing at the end a little surprise of something we have coming up into the holidays. Into the new year here. And we also have private Facebook groups for your client support pages. We love to bring people together in community and provide just the one-on-one support, but also the larger support so that we can all cheer each other on. Who doesn't really want to be involved, I feel like, in something like that to move people forward? So we've got a lot of different aspects we can plug you in, and we can make it work for whatever's best for you and what you're looking for. Second is the educational side of things. Dr. Anderson is the co-founder, and he's the medical director of Take Shape for Life. And he really developed our educational system. So as a coach, we really are just a guide to all the information that's in there on the core habits of health. That's why I'd ask Colleen, what's one of the habits of health that you learn? And it's everything from healthy motion, healthy sleep, stress reduction, and then yes, healthy eating too. There's a lot of aspects of health, and we love to just kind of guide people on, on learning what they need to learn, really from a long-term perspective. So if we go back to what we were doing before, what's going to be our outcome, right? We're going to get the same results as we had before, and I think that's the definition of insanity. So our desire is to move you forward, always be setting new goals, moving forward in your health, and helping you learn along the way what it's going to look like so that we can take your health to the next level, and whatever that looks like for you. The third part is really our simple eating program. And I think this is what gets people most excited, is that I more often than not find people that know what to do. We just aren't doing it. But sometimes people don't know what to do. Either way, it's just, we're based on the premise of really fueling 6 times a day. We have a couple nutritional programs that really fit that model, that are very specific and structured, that people really enjoy. The 5-in-1 produces the most amount of fat loss. Puts you into a fat burning zone where your energy is really high, your hunger is really low, and your cravings are low, and will produce a pretty profound 2 to 5 pounds a week those first few weeks of fat loss, and 1 to 2 pounds thereafter. So that's a very desirable program for people where weight loss is their primary goal. We have a 3-in-3 nutritional program that is for people that are just looking to really support their health and maybe at their healthy weight, but are looking for ways to stabilize their blood sugars, have healthy options throughout their day, maybe to support an exercise program that they're already on. We have a nursing moms program, a teens program, a seniors program. Again, it's really, what do you want? What are you looking for? And then we'll help you really design a nutritional program that's best for you. It's just, we've got great balanced nutrition. And then our other really secret to our success which isn't really a secret, but if you haven't tried it, it's lots of water, you guys. We call it beauty juice. It is kind of nature's way of really cleansing our system, and it will stimulate the fat burning process. So we really do promote that as another core habit of health, is healthy hydration. We find that our program is very cost neutral. It's really just exchanging, grocery stores, if you will, with, an average of $10 to $12 a day while you're on full program. And that's really the 5-in-1 program. If it's modified from there, it's usually less than that. So how exciting is that? And you get the support and the educational side along with that. So this is just kind of a visual. I'm a visual person, so I love to see, okay, what does that kind of look like? Either way, we're eating 6 times a day, and it's really about finding what's simple and easy that will work for you. So from a visual standpoint, here's what you get. And this is what Robin's had a chance to experience, what Colleen's had a chance to experience, and I'm another person here sharing in a second. They're also in this community where we offer calls like this. We offer the private support pages. They're learning and growing as they go and understanding the core habits of health to move them forward. They're on their own nutritional program that's the best fit for them to move them forward based on their health goals. And what it equals is all these stories of transformation, as you see on the lower right. People that are just, taking those next steps, that are thriving in their health and are moving forward. And that's really our desire for more people. So actually, Catherine, I'm so excited for you to share. I'm going to see if Robin, did you get a chance to come back onto the call? Because if so, I'm going to have you share.
Oh, I'm here. Am I frozen? Am I good?
Yes, good to go, lady. So, and I can tell you're just like about to spew out the most amazing things, and then we lost you. You're leaving all of us on the edge. We love that. So,
okay. Well,
share, and I'll bring Catherine on.
All right. So take 2. Thanks. Thank you so much, Susan, for your patience and for bringing me back. I was just saying that I'm coming up on 40. I'm realizing I really want to be here. And over the past 5 years, especially, at this stage of my life, I know what to do. The basic formula, eat fewer calories, exercise more. But everything I was trying just wasn't working. And my life, it's kind of been very, very stressful with some different work and life events. And a little over a year ago, I hit my peak weight, over 300 pounds. Like never in my life did I think, okay, yay, this is what I'm headed for. And my health coach, Jessica Elder, she and I went to high school together, just kind of, sent me some messages. And around the same time, I had, several other people reach out to me. And I just thought, no, I don't want this. I want to do it the way I know how to do it. I can just, cook healthy meals and exercise more, but that wasn't happening. And so, she just would check in with me every once in a while. And just this past November, she invited me to the Thriving Through the Holidays challenge. And I thought, okay, I'll just join the challenge. Let me just see what this community is about. And I liked the positivity in the community. What was really powerful were, people sharing their stories. And it wasn't just, I've only been on it for a few weeks, but people who've been on it for years. They used it to reach their goal weight and to just change their habits and keep it off. I work in an academic research lab. And so getting data is really important to me. So, I was hopping online, checking all the references, all the different open access journals, and thought, wait a second, this is legitimate.
Oh, so good. We lost her, I can tell.
I think she's trying to set herself up for like a trilogy. Like she's trying to set herself like a Hunger Game, like Twilight, like Star Wars type deal. Like we keep coming back for her story.
Part 3. Her story's so good. Okay, she's going to be back. You guys are going to get her at the end. All right, Robin, I'm going to move on because I know Catherine's chomping at the bit. And just share, Catherine's one of those people that came into my world. She's actually been a personal client of mine. But first of all, I love the people that Take Shape for Life has just brought into my world. And Catherine, it's been so fun. I love your sweet little family of 4. I love that we can communicate on a medium like this. We get to use video chat to get to know each other, even though you live in Florida and we haven't had a chance to actually meet face to face. So I'd love for you just to come on. I think you shared us 55 pounds as of this morning. So congratulations. She's just been on program a few short months. So Catherine, you want to share your story of how this has really transformed for you and your family?
Sure. Am I on now?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, good. So that's my crazy crew right there. I've got 4 little ones. And so you can see on the left, those are kind of my before and after pictures. And actually my after pictures a few pounds ago even, but I am just going way back. My story started a long time ago. I've always kind of struggled with weight. I don't know when it started, but sometime in childhood. I can remember my first diet was in 6th grade. And looking back now, my 2 oldest are twins and they're getting ready they'll be in 6th grade next week, and I just can't imagine that. But that's been my life. And as a teen, I discovered that I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is more common than you think. People just don't talk about it a lot. But one of the unfortunate side effects of PCOS is weight gain. And so my body just really loves to gain weight and hold on to it and not let it go. And so I have spent a lot of my adult life, since 6th grade, I guess, trying just about everything. And my pattern was a very typical pattern of I'd get on, I'd be gung-ho, I'd do everything I was supposed to do. I would lose a little weight, maybe 5 pounds or so. I'd stall out and nothing would happen. It would just be like total plateau that would never end for months. And then I'd get up, I'd get off, I'd give up on it and start eating again and gain it all back plus some more. So I did that whole yo-yo thing for years and years and years. And then 5 years ago, 2010, I actually managed to lose 70 pounds, but I did it by not eating. I totally starved myself, and it was not healthy at all. I was so malnourished. I was losing my hair. I was unhappy, and I had absolutely no healthy habits being built up. It was just all about, can I get this fat off my body? And what ended up happening was my youngest little one surprised us. And so I had to start eating because I was pregnant, and it all came back. And then a whole bunch more. And so that just it just kept gaining and gaining and gaining the last few years. And then fast forward to this past spring of 2015. And I was the heaviest I've ever been. I was thinking back, trying to think of like life before. And it was just all about what I couldn't do or what I wouldn't do. I would not go to the doctor because I was scared of the dreaded scale. And I avoided mirrors, didn't want to be on the right side of the camera, always wanted to be behind the camera. I wouldn't go swimming with my kids because I didn't want to be seen in a swimsuit. I didn't want to eat in front of other people because I just knew they were judging me. And I couldn't wear my wedding rings. It was everything about what I couldn't do. And that was just really sad for me because I'm a people person. I like to be around people, and I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of crazy, if you ask my friends. And I like to play. I have made a career out of playing. I'm a elementary school principal, and I love to be with the kids and be silly with the kids. And I just found myself not doing any of the things I usually love to do. And then the tipping point was around Mother's Day last year. He was 2nd grader at the time. They were making little shirts for their mom. And he came home crying because his friends had made fun of him or teased him because his mom needed the biggest shirt in the class. And he just didn't know how to handle that. And I didn't know how to handle that. It was really heartbreaking to me, not because of me, because I'd kind of gotten used to being the biggest one in a group, but to know that I had brought that embarrassment or shame to my kids. Now I'm going to get all choked up, and I don't do that in front of people. But it was hard, and I know there's a lot of people that can relate to that. So anyway, I did what I do. Faith is a huge part of my life. And so I started praying, and I'm like, something has to change. Something has to change in my life. And so I started doing research, because that's what I do, because I wanted something that would really work and really stick this time. I was tired of the up and down. And so I came out of that just with a real commitment to pursue full health, not just a size or a weight, but really socially, emotionally, of course, physically too, spiritually. I wanted all of that. And so I started doing the research, and I came across Take Shape for Life. And I didn't know anybody on it, but I really liked that it kind of fit with that commitment of mine for well-rounded long-term health. And I really like the community aspect, because I am a people person. And I was afraid to start because I didn't want to fail again. But I thought, I'm going to do it because I'm worth it. I'm worth the expense. I'm worth the sacrifice. I'm worth the hard work, and my family's worth it. So I got on plan and found the food that I liked and got a routine. And then the scale started budging, and I was waiting for that plateau. And it's been fun having Susan as my health coach. She's gotten lots of panicked calls, oh no, this is it. This is the plateau that I'm never going to get off. And she would talk me down off the cliff, and then it would start again. A week later, it would start going down again, and then the clothes started getting smaller. And yesterday, I got to pull a bunch of clothes out of my closet and give them away. And then the comments from the friends started, and I realized I can do it, and it's working. And it's actually been really easy as a working mom to be able to just grab and go. I just grab out my 4 things for during the day, and I can take them with me. I don't even have to think about it. Eat at my desk or in between classroom visits or whatever I'm doing for that day. It's been totally, I started over this summer, and the last 5 months it's just been a totally different experience. I just finished my first 5K. I was really slow, pretty close to the end of the pack, but I finished on my own 2 feet. I don't come home and collapse on the couch anymore. My dogs get to go on walks. My kids get to go on bike rides. My husband and I go on dates to play tennis instead of going to eat. And I like to say that I sleep all night because I play all day. And so it's just been so much more than the weight this time. It's been just a whole life change. Not that I like losing the weight, and I really like that I just got to move out of the plus size clothes section, but it's more about just being able to do the work that God has given me to do. I couldn't really do it well before when I was just trying to survive and make it through the day. But now I feel like I can really do a better job of fulfilling my purpose in life, and that just brings me a whole bunch of joy. So that's what I'm doing now, is trying to spread that joy to other people around me that I think are kind of stuck in the same place I was and need a little, need somebody in their corner to really tell them that they can do it.
I love it. I just learned more about you than you over the last 5 months, which I love. You brought tears to my eyes. There's so much I relate, and it's been such a joy to watch you transform. And what I'm excited about and what you were hearing her share is that, her mom was ready to get healthy. And she's like, I'm a busy woman. I'm a principal. I've got 4 little kids. But she's like, I can help my mom. And now she's really seeing people around her asking and wanting the same sort of, just to inspire hope to people. And you're excited to pay this forward to your friends and family and help them if they do choose for you to be their part of their ally and support, along with myself and all of us as our community. So congrats, Catherine. I'm so excited, and your story is continuing to evolve, and it's really fun to watch.
Thanks.
So I love it, because this is exactly what she was just sharing, is that people trust real people. The girl on the upper left here is Jessica Johns. She's a friend of mine. She was a nurse. She reached out to me shortly after I got healthy and said, how are you helping people create health? That's what I do, right? In the healthcare system, but unable to have those same results. Well, she shared, she really loved the aspect of helping people. She had a little bit of, she wanted to improve her health too. But she shared with her friends back in Montana, Lacey and Casey Bertram. They got healthy. They shared with Amber Newman, who got healthy, who shared with her aunt and uncle, Jeannie and Guy, who got healthy, who shared with their daughter. And then you see how she's just shining on her wedding day. So I didn't have that direct, I didn't know her daughter. I didn't know that that was what was going to transform for this, woman on her wedding day when I chose health. But the ripple effect of what we create, and really the way our program works is that it's just to inspire the people around you. And you have kind of two options. When you choose to get healthy, two things are going to happen. Well, first, you're going to increase your health. So you're part of our Pay It Forward program, whether you choose to refer back to your health coach because they do desire to help more people, or you choose to help your friends and family. And what we found through Catherine and myself is that she has a lot of people. I'm in Portland, Oregon. She has a lot of people in Florida. Of course, I would be more than happy, but they all know her. And she's lovely, right? Who doesn't want to work with Catherine? So they would rather work with her because that's where the relationship is. And that's really how we help more people and really reverse the trend of what's going on. So just wanting to share what that has looked like from my life over the last 6 years is helping others and being able to really allow myself to focus around what matters most. I've always wanted to travel, and we weren't able to do that. And that was truly just an income. We were able to make ends meet and that was okay. Really pouring into our kids was our top priority. But this has allowed us the freedom and flexibility to do that. It's also given me the flexibility to serve, coaching my kids' teams, volunteering in their classrooms, giving me an opportunity for leadership to be able to pour into other people and move people forward in that area. The personal growth that's been involved has been huge for myself. The freedom, this is Shane and I actually at my son's field trip. I think we were the only mom and dad at the field trip, not just moms or not just dads or no parent at all. I mean, we're both at everything because we both have chosen this as our path, and we both have retired from our careers to be able to help people create health in their life. And then our own personal health, of course, our family. And honestly, you guys, it's been a lot of fun. Like, if hopefully we look like we're having fun here. I mean, these stories have gotten real serious because it's like, this is real. These are real people and real stories that have transformed. But we do like to have a lot of fun. So as we go into 2016, who's counting on you to be your healthiest? And, who are those people around you? And it's really time, I love the way you said that, Catherine, I'm worth it. I think Colleen, you said that too. It's like, are you, and you know what, you are worth it. And we'll believe for you before you believe yourself. But what did you dream of as a little kid? Did you have dreams and goals for your life? And is 2016 the year you're going to take the next steps to just start making steps towards what you deeply, deeply desire? And is Take Shape for Life a vehicle to be able to help you create what that looks like for yourself, whatever aspect and however much you want to be, involved and embrace our full offering? And because we're just so excited about what we have to share, we want to just congratulate you guys for joining us today. And if nothing else, I hope you just took away hey, I'm worth it. I'm going to just take those next steps. But we do have a special gift for people that are joining us today. You heard about our Thriving Through the Holidays challenge. We are going to start Healthy to the Core, okay? And because we're going to just be talking about that educational system I talked about, there's core habits of health in there. So we're going to be utilizing that to really set the tone of what are the core habits of health to really help move all of us forward in our health together. It's going to be a 5 weeks health games. First of all, you guys, it's free. So if hopefully, so there's no deterrent of why we wouldn't join. We just want to move people forward, whether you choose to use one of our nutritional programs or not. We would love for you to join us and just be part of our community and do this together and make 2016 an amazing year. So the invites will be out for that challenge tonight, the Healthy to the Core challenge. And it starts next Monday, January 11th. So if your desire is to actually use all aspects of what we have to offer and our full nutritional program, connect with the person that invited you to the call. And today only, we'll be offering $25 off your program to get you started. So to really just maybe make an encouragement that, hey, we can have everything set to go. So you're set to go for our Healthy to the Core games. That game is going to be very much worked out of our client support groups that are offered on Facebook through, and so it's real simple and fun. And we just hope that you learn those next things and those core habits of health. And so just for clarity, the $25 is offered for me personally for all of you guys that are on the call. So you'll want to reach out to the person that invited you and we just see this as a way to really hopefully just inspire you all just to kind of take those next steps. And we would love for you to join us and experience our full offering and really help you create the healthiest 2016. So with that, we're gonna wrap up the call, and thank you to all who shared. If Robin, you want to give part 3 to your trilogy right now, if you're on, I'd love for you to just unmute and just finish what you were sharing, because it was so good. And for those that have a few moments here to just kind of hear the end of Robin's story. Robin, are you there? I don't know if she was able to make it back on. No? Oh, shoot. Okay, so good. We'll have to highlight her.
She was typing in the chat. We'll just have to highlight it at a whole nother point. So great story.
I will say Robin's story was just really powerful. She's just seen our full, I was really excited for her to share what she learned through the Thriving Through the Holiday Games. And we hope to just really inspire and offer those same tips and tricks through the Healthy to the Core challenge. Brad, anything you want to just close out with?
That I've just been blown away by how many people have grabbed this program and let this be the foundation to creating health in their life. My favorite quote is that, from someone who shared a testimony just like this, like they're like, I knew I needed to lose weight. Like many of us, I can think of all of us could probably relate to something someone said this morning or afternoon, wherever you're at. But it's, they knew they needed to lose weight. I knew I needed to lose weight. Or, well, maybe I kept, we all think that maybe we're like better than we think. And then we look back and we're like, man, how did we think that was like we looked good going out that day? Anyways, long story short they knew they wanted to lose weight, but they didn't know that that was holding back every area of their life from thriving to their full potential. And I think anyone who was sharing today can really kind of attest to that. So excited to start 2016 and help even more people than we've ever had before experience exactly what we're talking about and have their own story.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, thank you guys all, and have an amazing Sunday. If you want to hear more stories, we are sharing stories on the hour. There was too many to put into one call, and it's going to be different. Everybody's story is different, and we would love to help you create yours. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.